Damn. Apparently, I forgot to do this. So yeah, let's and Finland joins. So Finland joins Finland. While in India, let's see the Afghans. While over here, the Pashtun Empire, the Pashtun Emir, the Islamic Emirate of the Pashtuns, Balochs, the Tajiks, and the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan and the Afghanistan, Balochistan, and Pakistan decides to invade India. This is an emergency according to many. That includes the Iranians, the Tajik, the Sultanate of Delhi, the Commune of India, the Empire of Bengal, and the East Turkestan Republic. The so-called coalition of the willing would try to attack Afghanistan. Along with that, many feminist groups, which feminism is kind of weird in this timeline. Okay, firstly, so basically, I decided to draw. I'm going to draw a line and then show you over here. Feminism exists. Over here, you get killed for it, and over here, you also kind of get killed for it, but it doesn't exist. And with many women's rights and Balochi independence and Pakistani independence groups, many pro-Kashmir groups join in. The Kashmir and but the main being the Bakhtashan revolteers, the Bakhtastanistan, which would be the new name because people thought it was better to have all the names in Central Asia in the system, so it's now Bakhtastanistan instead of Bakhtashan. The Bakhtashan Independence Force also joins in, and the Afghans are destroyed due to internal collapse, but the Afghan leaders, which is somehow alive in this enclave specifically, okay, is almost somewhere here recording a terrorist video, and his troops get encircled. The leader is here somewhere, and the troops start dying. The leader just straight up says nuke him, and using some mountain roads, a bunch of nukes are deployed finally. But northern India has quickly recovered from the nukes, this but Central Asia didn't. So most of the nukes actually came back to Afghanistan, and the leader just gets straight up nuked. No, nuked. So with the leader of Afghanistan getting nukes and the Taliban, which in this time is the most successful terrorist organization in history, has to do the thing of surrendering. After this, the Taliban quickly collapses and there is no more Taliban. After the war, the Persians just straight up kill all the feminist groups that tried to rise up, while Bakhtashan and Bakhtoshan and Kashmir get small territories. The Sikh Empire, which had a massive voluntary force, gets a lot of land even though they're pretty small size. So the Indus River goes from. Okay, so it goes up there. The areas over the Indus are given to the Indian voluntary armies, and the rest with well, Balochistan would be given this area, but as a subject of Persia, the Kabul area is given to Tajikistan, and the Persians take the Herat region. The rest, and then the Persians take the rest because the Persians. I think you have to forget that the Persians are imperialist now. They are empire builders now, like their forefathers before the rise of the Iranian Republic, which. But the Indus territory is unknown what happens to it currently. And now Pashtunistan gets independence automatically, and the rest go to the Sindh Republic, to the Sindh. The Sindh technocracy as the Sindh technocracy. So Afghanistan gets conquered, but then with there only really being two empires in the world, the Indian communists and the Persians. And of course, what would you expect? It's a mess. Bakhtoshan Minor. Now, Bakhtoshan Minor has developed some bad relations with Tajikistan, and Tajikistan, after being nuked, collapses. Of course, this allows Bakhtoshan to become independent. Northwestern Bakhtoshan quickly becomes under the leadership of Bakhtoshan. Most of the area is not even rural, it's still nomadic. Sheep herders, yurt herders, gooners. Okay, they're even by like 2060, 2070, 2080, 2090. All of these people are, most of the people here are gooners. Michigan. By the way, the U.S. is way more isolationist, and it's not the same U.S. government as the U.S. government that's going nor the Trump administration, the GOP, or whatever it is. South Sudan finally joins the East African Republic. Africa has still been a bunch of civil wars, that's why no borders change. Mainly I'm talking about Central Africa and Mauritania, the rest are pretty stable. And finally, a civil war in the Congo. The Congolese government is fighting a bunch of okay, simple ethno-linguistic map. So Lumba Lundai. And the Congolese Republic is straight up so I think there's this area over here. So Luba Lunda and Bemba unite and the straight up split from the Congo. And the main Congo group people are now fighting against almost every other group. This includes the Mango. Sorry to all the manga people watching this video, even though no mangoes or mongos watching will be watching this video. So, and this could allow for an ethically diverse Congolese republic, and this government is more of a military coup, but the military coup is actually following this new reactionaryism to the modern day. The Egyptians also decide to straight up annex Sudan without the Sudanese consent, just straight up because. And the Sudanese aren't able to do anything about it. Same as then they eventually unite into the Greater Egyptian Republic. This angers Libya, which considers Tunisia to be an illegal breakaway state. Firstly, the Fezzan areas get easily captured, and same with Tripoli, so Libya falls in just days to the Egyptians. And the Egyptians established the Eastern Maghrebi administration. Europe has stayed pretty peaceful for years now. It's time to shake up. By 2019, in 2019, Nationalist Bosniak Party takes over and decides to kill all the Serbs and Croats. And plus, the Serbs and the Croats, Dutch would decide to fight back, and yeah, another Yugoslav war begins. It's not a war technically. It's just it's technically a war, but it's more of everybody beating up Bosnia. and the Bosniaks, which had their population exploded, just straight up don't explode their population anymore. The Serbs do want the Serbian parts to be sort of Serbia, and yeah,